Hello and welcome to my report, EastMojo's daily evening news bulletin update. We bring you the latest and biggest happenings from east and northeast of India. I'm Simran Bajaj. I'll be your host for today and giving you updates from Assam and Mizoram. For other states, we are being joined by our correspondents. We have Chandan Pandey from Tripura, Medolino Ambrosia from Nagaland, Vangamla Salikapai from Manipur, Princess Giri Rashid from Meghalaya, and Irani Sonowal Lepcha from Arunachal Pradesh. So let's start today's show. First of all, let's head to Meadow from Nagaland. And Meadow, can you please give us the latest COVID 19 updates?
Yes, thank you, Simran. So, as usual, I'm first of all going to start off with the new cases that have been detected here in the state of Nagaland. So, today, a total of 14 new cases have been detected, and among them, we have frontline workers, armed force personnel testing positive for COVID-19. So, so far, the segregation of the cases are concerned. Three frontline workers tested positive, five armed force personnel tested positive, and then there are four returnees and two persons through trace contacts who have also tested positive. Now, among the frontline workers, two are from Kohima and one is from Tuensang. And so far, the armed forces segregation is concerned. Three are from Dimapur and one each is from Kohima and Mogokchung. And another, four returnees who tested positive today are all from Dimapur, and the remaining two persons who tested positive through trace contacts are from Kohima. So this is the data of the 14 new cases that have been detected. So we see that out of the 14, seven are from Dimapur, five are from Kohima, and one each is from Tuensang and Mokokchung. And with the addition of these 14 new cases, our state's tally has now gone up to 4,017 in total. However, the number of active cases continues to be below the number of recovered cases. So the recovered cases surpass those of the active case, and the recovered case is at 3,191, and the number of active cases at 807. Nagaland has also reported 8 COVID-19 confirmed deaths. And besides these 8 deaths, there is one that is COVID-19 positive, but it's not due to COVID-19. Also, three deaths are under investigation, and the tally for these three deaths are not added in the state's tally so far. And the mortality rate, like I've mentioned yesterday also, is 0.21 here in the state. Now, out of the total number of confirmed cases that have been detected, a total of 1,708 are from the armed forces personnel, 1,272 are returnees. Now, the trace, persons testing positive through trace contacts are also increasing, nearing 1,000, but it is currently at 746. And frontline workers are also gradually being tested positive for COVID-19, and the tally for the frontline workers testing positive for COVID-19 is 291. So, so far, this is the latest information in the state regarding COVID-19. We yet to receive an official update if there are cases, new recovered cases in the state today. But however, on receiving the information, would also be putting it up on our website at eastmojo.com, for which I request our viewers, readers to stay tuned.
Thank you for that COVID update, Meadow. And in other news from Nagaland, NSF and ENSF has served a 30 days ultimatum to the Chief Secretary to mainstream SSA and RMSA teachers. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, Simran. So today we have received an update from the office of the Naga Students Federation. So they've said that after a consultative meeting that was held with the Naga Students Federation and the Eastern Naga Students Federation, these are APAC student bodies here in the state of Nagaland. So after consultative meeting, they have served a 30 days ultimatum to the Chief Secretary of Nagaland, wherein they say that they've asked for the mainstreaming the RMSA and SSA teachers of the 2010 and 2013 batches as per the state cabinet's decision. They've said that they're compelled to issue this ultimatum because they have they have already signed an agreement with the school education department and the Nagaland Sarva Siksha Abhiyan Teachers Association, along with the NSF and the ENSF, wherein they say that point 3 of the agreement states that I'm going to quote them. The department will rectify the nature of appointment of SSA teachers of 2010 and 2013 batches, basing on the appointment order, RTI reports, and advertisement and other relevant documents. So, following this, they've also mentioned that subsequently, the cabinet meeting on October 3 in 2018 decided in principle to bring the teachers of these two batches, 2010 and 13, of the SSA and RMSA teachers into the mainstream of the school education cater. And the office memorandum later on October 5 was also being issued. So they're saying that, although it was decided in principle, the time and again, not despite appeals being made by the student bodies, the state government is not listening. So they are compelled to, to issue this ultimatum, this 30-day ultimatum. They've threatened that if the government remains inactive and does not respond to this ultimatum, they warned of democratic measures against the state government. So they also mentioned that this ultimatum, the 30-day ultimatum, served to the chief secretary, to the state government, is in the interest of the teaching fraternity and the students community here in the state of Nagaland. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Meadow. And now let's head to our correspondent from Manipur. So, Sally, can you please give us the latest COVID-19 updates?
Sure. Thank you so much, Simran. Let me begin with the latest update. According to the latest update, we haven't received the official statement yet, but from the reliable sources, 11 security escorts of the former Chief Minister of Manipur, Okram Ibobi Singh, has been tested positive. So this has been tested yesterday, but it was not mentioned on the official statement. However, the samples of the former Chief Minister and his family members were tested at Bapina Diagnostic Center, and it turned out to be negative. So right now, when it comes to the Congress, those MLAs and those Congress members in the state, they actually had a meeting on Monday. In fact, it's a felicitation program of one of the businessmen, Mr. Arun Kumar Thangjam, who had joined the party. So on Monday, even the chief minister and the other party members were also attended. Now, with the reports of his 11 security guard being tested positive, immediately this morning, the Congress Bhavan was like completely done sanitization as a kind of a prevention measures. And according to the sources, at least, few of the MLAs who had attended this specific program on Monday had also tested for COVID-19. But right now they are waiting for the result of the testing. So likely we will be getting maybe late in the evening or by tomorrow morning. That's what the sources said. So this is the latest report when it comes to COVID-19 for the Congress MLAs. Initially, the first MLA who got tested positive from our state was the Congress MLA, Mr. Rahim Fazur, who recently came back from New Delhi. But now, since he had gone for the treatment, and then for like at least for 10 days, he has been recovered from this COVID-19. So right now, no Congress MLA has been, tested as an active COVID patient right now. But now, when it comes to the total COVID-19 in the state, yesterday, 130 new fresh cases were emerged as a new COVID-19 patients, out of which 127 do not have a travel history to the other state. Now, when it comes to local transmission, at least we are about to cross 1,500 cases in the state with no travel history, including these new fresh cases that was detected yesterday. So the total confirmed cases in the state in Manipur stands at 6,382. This is the total COVID-19 confirmed cases, out of which the recovered has been gone up to 4,450, and active cases right now stands at 1,903. And unfortunately, yesterday, a 55-year-old woman from Lilong, that is in Thobal district, had succumbed to the virus. And as per the sources, she was admitted at RIMS Hospital on August 31st. Oh, sorry, not August 31st, no, on August 21st, with breathing difficulties and cough problems. So unfortunately, she succumbed to the virus. So in total, the pandemic has claimed at least 25 precious lives in the state. This is the latest COVID update. And right now, as per the health officials, though we have around 6,382, the health department had said that the 80% of the COVID patients are the asymptomatic. So mostly those asymptomatic cases are being treated at various COVID care centers, but those COVID patients which has mild and severe cases are being treated at two of the government hospitals here in Manipur. One is in RIMS Hospital and the other one is at Chenims. So right now, though the cases are being rapidly increasing in the state, but at the same time, the state health department had assured that most cases are only the asymptomatic, which can be easily cured if their the immune systems are strong enough. So right now, this is the latest update when it comes to COVID-19 in Manipur. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Sally. And now I would like to give our viewers the latest updates from Assam. So, Assam recorded 2,684 new COVID-19 cases. This is as per the update given by State Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma last night. And these new cases are out of 37,066 tests conducted. And with that, the state's COVID-19 tally stands at total number of COVID-19 cases in the state stands at 1,11,724. And out of the new cases, 618 are from Kamrup Metro, 174 from Kachar, 157 from Dibrugarh, and 141 are from Jorhat district. The state's positivity rate currently is at 7.24. Assam also recorded 9 new COVID-19 related deaths yesterday, and 1,434 patients were cured and discharged yesterday. So the total number of recoveries in the state is at 86,892, and the recovery rate in Assam is at 77.77%. So when we look at the total tally in the state, cumulative standoff COVID-19 in Assam, it's 1,11,724 total reported cases. 86,892 people have been discharged so far. 24,514 are active cases. 315 have passed away because of COVID-19 related issues, and 3 people have migrated to other states. So that's the update that we have in terms of COVID-19. Now let's head to our correspondent from Arunachal Pradesh. So Irani, can you please give us the latest updates from the state?
Yeah, hi Simran. So if we talk about the COVID-19 update from Arunachal Pradesh, capital complex has the highest number of active COVID-19 cases, as we already have seen that in the month of July. The capital complex, which includes Itanagar, Nahalagar, Nirchuli, Bandardewa, was under complete lockdown. And after a month-long complete lockdown, in the month of August, the lockdown was the shops and everything was open later on. So, but if we look at the data, recently we have seen that capital complex was doing quite well and the number of cases were quite low. But now again, the capital complex has the highest number of cases if you look into the data which was provided by the health department yesterday. So as of now, the capital complex has 212 COVID-19 cases, 1,033 people have already recovered from COVID-19, which is in capital complex is followed by West Kameng district, which has 167 COVID-19 cases so far, and only 203 people have recovered so far. If you look into the overall data of the state, the total number of active cases are 1,226. 2,979 people have already recovered, which seven that the tally stands at 4,212. Similar.
Thank you so much for that update, Irani. And now I would like to give our viewers the updates from Mizoram in brief. So the state recorded 8 new cases and 49 COVID-19 patients were cured and discharged in the past 24 hours. And the current status of COVID-19 in Mizoram is 1,020 total reported cases. 651 people have been cured and discharged. 369 are active cases, and two have migrated to other states. Fortunately, Mizoram has not yet reported a single COVID-19 death, and that's the only state in Northeast to have not reported a single COVID-19 death, and that's really good news from the state. And that's the update that we have from Mizoram. Now let's head on to our correspondent from Tripura. So, Chandan, in Tripura, two MLAs have tested positive for COVID-19. Can you tell our viewers more about that?
Yes, Simran, thank you. So Tripura has reported a number of COVID-19 cases, but a number of MLAs, legislatures has also has infected to this COVID-19 virus. In last 24 hours, two more ruling BJP MLAs have tested positive. This also includes one chief whip of Tripura Assembly, Mrs. Kalyani Roy. She was tested positive last evening, while Sudhanshu Das, who represents Fatikroy Assembly, it's an SC Assembly, so he also tested positive for this virus this morning. Including these two MLAs, so far a total of 7 legislatures from the state has tested positive. This includes 5 BJP MLAs and two from their LA party, that is IPFT, Indigenous People Front of Tripura. So far a total of 7 legislatures have tested positive. Now coming to the scenario in the state. The first MLA to have tested positive in the state was Mr. Rampadma Jamatia, who also happens to be the vice president of Tripura BJP. He was tested positive on July 22 last, while he was followed by Dhananjay Tripura, who represents Raima Valley constituency for IPFT party. He had tested positive on August 1. So these two MLAs have now tested negative and they have been discharged, while the rest of the 5 MLAs are undergoing treatment. And talking about the latest development in the state, Tripura has reported a total of 566 total COVID-19 positive case in last 24 hours. And also to tell you, we have been discussing a lot about the number of COVID-19 cases being reported in our state. Now, with these 566 new COVID-19 cases in Tripura, the total tally now of confirmed cases stands at 12,719. The number of active cases in the state now stands at 4,734. The number of recovered patients in our state now stands at 7,847, while the number of COVID-related deaths now has further increased and it stands at 118. Also to inform our viewers that in last 24 hours, Tripura has reported a total of 6 COVID-19 related deaths. That includes 3 from the West District, which is one of the most worst affected district from all those 8 districts that we have in the Tripura. So we have been talking a lot about the West District, but the numbers has started increasing. We also reported 10 COVID-related deaths in last 48 hours. So likewise, the number of cases in Tripura is now in a spike, and we can see other northeastern states like Assam. Assam has also reported a good number of COVID-19 positive cases. In Tripura, when we talk about numbers increasing, the reason being the government and the authority from the health department, they have said that since the government has increased its test capacity and every day more than 4,000 to 5,000 samples are being tested. So also, just to inform our viewers, last evening, according to the data that I have in my hand, yesterday the number of samples tested was 3,774. And of this total samples tested yesterday, 566% tested positive. So going with that data, what they have provided to us, it means that if Tripura is testing around 4,000 samples, they're getting around 500 positive cases. So if they increase the number further, we know Tripura has only one lab, but it has 6 machines and 3 other TrueNet machines have been deployed in 3 districts, that is Gomati, Dhalai, and their North District, which also shares its border with Assam in Churaibari Gate. So a number of people who are coming back to Tripura from other part of India through Assam, Churaibari Gate, they are being tested there in the Northern District. And a number of people who are also flying off from other parts to Tripura now, uh, they are being tested. Their samples are being sent to RT-PCR machine. They are being tested. So every day the numbers are increasing. But what's more alarming is that the government has said that the people above 65 years of age, they should not come out of their house. And we can see whenever I step out of my house or for my work purpose, wherever I go, I find a number of people who are above 60 years of age or even children, they are coming out, and most of the people are not wearing their mask. So this is one of the reasons the government have been emphasizing again and again. But there is a sense of a disappointment between the government administration and doctors. We have also seen that a section of doctor who held a press conference earlier, they said that the West District is the worst affected and vulnerable for this COVID-19 virus. And they also suggested to shift those markets from the permanent shade to open field, which I have been discussing for the last 3 days now, I think. So everything in place has resulted in a sudden spike in this COVID-19 related deaths. And recently, last evening, Chief Minister who visited the southernmost part of Tripura and Shabrum, he addressing the people there, he said that the government is now taking all the measures to strengthen all the district level hospitals, which means once this step is taken, we have just 8 districts Tripura has. And if all the district hospitals will get all the equipments that they require to treat a COVID-19 patient, then they will not have to travel all the way to Agartala or some other part to get treated. So if this is taken care properly and whatever the chief minister has said, then maybe in the coming next 1 month, Tripura's number will slightly reduce. But whatsoever the experts from the health department, they have said that if the way the trend is going on, every day Tripura is reporting over 400 and 500 numbers of cases. Shortly, by the end of September, Tripura will have more than 25 to 30,000 cases, and at the end of October, it is likely to cross 40,000 mark. The way the trend has been, and just to give a brief description about the test per million and the mortality rate, Tripura is now testing 68,776 samples, while the mortality rate in Tripura now remains at 0.96%. Recovery rate remains at 64%, and it is now 64.66%, while the positivity rate remains at 4.42%. Tripura has so far collected a total of 2,75,985 samples, while the number of samples tested so far stands at 2,74,940. So this is the overall situation in the state right now if I talk about COVID-19 update. Simran.
Thank you for that update, Chandan. And now we have some updated news coming in from Nagaland. That is, 22 COVID-19 patients have recovered. Hence, the recovered number of recovered patients in Nagaland has increased to 3,213, and active cases have dropped to 785. So that's the update that we have from Nagaland. And with that, we come to an end for today's show. All the stories that we've discussed, all the news information that we've discussed already live on our website. You can log on to www.eastmojo.com and read all the stories. If you have any ideas, suggestions, or any other inputs for us, please write to us at editor@eastmojo.com. We also have a very active fact-checking team. So if you come across any piece of information, any photo, any video which seems unauthentic, please send it across to us, again, through our email, at our email ID, that is editor@eastmojo.com, or through our Facebook page. And we will definitely fact check the information for you and get back to you whether a piece of information is true or it's fake. And that's all that we have. Please stay connected with us through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. This is Simran Bajaj signing off for today.